What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dank Links, back with the Master of Dank. And today we are going to be talking about a whole new set of cards. Now, yesterday we talked about Mako and we used Turnabout, but today we're going to be using even more combos from the Dank Dimension. But before I get into that, I want to talk about and address something I saw in the comments yesterday. Now, someone in the comments yesterday asked, how can they get to King of Games, or how can they rank up in the system? And I do have a hypothesis behind that, and I want you guys to follow me on that and just let me know in the comments if you think that it's right or if you've worked and done the same thing. So here it is. So everyone asks about this King of Games thing and wants to know how to get to the top. I'm going to explain to you guys how I do it. Now, what I think is important to know about going to King of Games is that you need to have two decks. You need to have a deck that you can use as a win streak deck, and you need to have a deck that you can use to slow the game down and basically win a game if you happen to lose with your winning streak deck. So basically you have one deck that you're going to be playing as a main deck, and then you have one secondary deck that you only swap in if you lose. Now, the deck that I'm going to show you today is going to be more of a win streak deck. Like, this deck is very consistent to the point where you can get a lot of win streaks. But an example of a deck that slows the game down would be yesterday with the Mako deck. The Mako deck was a deck that slows the game down, that basically makes you go turn after turn and you burn out all the cards, and then at the end of the duel you should be the winner because your deck is built to run a little slower. It has a little more stand power. So today I want to talk to you guys about the Haze Flame deck. I know you guys have been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Konami finally fixed it, and today we're going to be able to finally get in there. Now, I'm calling this deck 90 degrees because, well, obviously it's hot. And when I was in Japan, it was actually 90 degrees, but it felt like 102 because of just the humidity. It was so sticky. So Guns Blazing actually had a good video out, I want to say the other day, where he talked about this card here, this Monarch card, this Angular Monarch, Monarch, I don't know. But anyway, this Monarch card is really good because when you tribute summon to bring him out, you can get a spell back. But the thing about him is, you know, he's ultra rare, so it's gonna be crazy expensive, and two, you need 3 of him to make your quote-unquote Monarch deck work. Now, I've seen him use him just with Treeborn Frog. That's pretty much common sense, but what we're using this deck in the 90 degrees, the key combo here is gonna be Stray Lambs, and we're using it in conjunction with this card. Now, you might think that that's silly, like why would you even go through that? But clogging the field up with 3 monsters in a tribute deck that runs Soul Exchange and Treeborn Frog with Karibo, you're going to see how effective it is. So this deck, of course I had to build this deck right after the Mako deck because, you know, if you got to build a cheap deck, you got to build an expensive one, right? But we got to go again back to some replays because I got to show you some of these dank replays because this deck has some really strong combo potential. Also, it has some really strong just a really strong kill factor. So I don't know if this is a real Kaiba boy, but it's interesting. Or I don't even know who. No, Decade is Kaiba boy, so it would say Decade. It wouldn't say Kaiba boy. So anyway, we're using this Haze Flame. Now, the thing about Haze Flame, right? It can't be targeted by any cards, and then this ability allows you to search your deck. When we use this ability, we always go for monster effects because, you know, the deck has more monsters than anything. And then if we do have it on the field, I like to put it on the field by itself if I can, with no other cards, because when it's by itself with no other cards, it can't be targeted by anything, and then your opponent can't do anything. I always check to see if I can grab a Hazy Flame because it's great if you pitch a Hazy Flame and grab a Hazy Flame, but that's not what happened. So we pitched that Karibo, which is absolutely fine, and now we're just going to pressure with this one Haze Flame and nothing else in back row, because if it's Ice Barriers, he's already lost. and probably I forget what this was. Oh, he's playing psychics. That's what it was. So he summons the psychic, then he activates psychokinesis because he thinks that psychokinesis is gonna target my monster, but then it doesn't. So he has to blow up his own monster. He saw that it was activated, so he figured he could play it. So he just opened himself up for the ultimate L. And I just go ahead and draw. I was not gonna bring back the Treeborn Frog if his life points was not this low, but since his life points is this low, I've returned the Treeborn Frog back. I'm going to sacrifice him for Angela Monarch, and then Angela Monarch is gonna come out here and put that purse right in that behind. But you know, of course, Sphinx is gonna finish off. The house cat's got to take him down. So that's just the power of the Haze Flame. A lot, you know, it can't be targeted, so it basically shuts down most decks, which is why I love it. But if you don't draw it, the Mini Phoenix and also Angela the Monarch of Doom is also a good substitute. It's just a really strong card. Being able to get back anything. Facing this Mako is so funny. Now, talking about Makos, right? Facing this Mako is really hilarious because I thought that this Mako was like playing like the Mako like I was playing earlier. So I thought it would be really interesting if we had a one-on-one. It was like the old deck versus the new deck. But the thing was, it's not. It's not at all. I thought it was, but it wasn't. And a lot of people are saying that they're starting to see this deck, well, the Mako deck and Legend Ranked and whatnot, because, you know, it's just easy to play. It's accessible. So a lot of people are playing it in Legend, which I think is hilarious. Also, sorry for the audio issue yesterday. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, due to this new technology that I have, setting up this game and whatnot, which has led to this better video quality and everything, it reset all my defaults, and I couldn't go back. Like, basically, after I create this, everything's already kind of blended, so I don't have to go through and do editing, so I can create high quality videos daily. But the thing is, if you already make it and you screw it up, you kind of screwed it up, and I screwed it up yesterday. But since I screwed it up yesterday, I decided to keep it. So anyway, let me talk about this match again. So I put this chicken down, and as you can see, he decides to put 16 on it. Now, I could let him just hit, and it'll flip and destroy everything and return it to my hand, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Karibo, because I want to keep the monster on board. Now, I could have, now, the advantage of doing it in his turn, he couldn't respond. Advantage of doing it in my turn, I can attack with it, and I wanted to go for an attack, but he flipped Econ, which is absolutely fine. Sacrifice takes control, but I'm still going to blow up that back row. My effect must resolve. So I'm going to Soul Exchange. I'm going to offer up his Dankity Beast for Angela, the Monarch. Now here, Angela's here. There's nothing you can do. Angela's here. Use the ability. I'm taking back Stray Lambs. You know why? Because we want to have more beast to sacrifice, and then I'll bring my chicken back. Now this is where the control option comes in, because if by playing Stray Lambs and setting this card, you can play it on the first turn and have a second token to sacrifice for Angela Monarch, or your opponent might just attack the other token, letting you get the advantage to attack with Angela Monarch. So it's just a good card. So then, because I already have Angela on the field, I can go ahead and play Stray Lambs, stack the field with Lambs, sack, set, and attack. Now, I could have played Soul Exchange to sacrifice his monster and then not attacked. Either way, he would have lost his monster, but I prefer this way because that way I have another token for sacrifice if I need to. But instead, he has to attack with Starboy because he's a smart boy. He knows what's up. He knows what I'm trying to do. He knows I have more beasts to sacrifice. So, of course, we're going to have to just take him down. I didn't flip over the monster because I'm waiting for him to set back row, but he happened to top deck another monster. Playtime is over. You know I'm not going to let him hit it. I'm going to Karibo that shit. So now it's getting to the point where I had to make a decision. Am I going to just flip this guy or attack with this guy? I decided to keep him face down and let him go one more turn for a top deck. He top deck and probably drew that spell trap and was like, you know, I'm not setting it. I'm not going to give it to you, boy. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just take you out. So we're going to have to go ahead, flip over the Mystic Chicken of Doom, get in there for some Kentucky Fried Guts. Angela, pick up the bill. It's out. So he's gone. So Angela Monarch and Kentucky Fried Chicken Beast, you're finished. So that is just a deadly combo. Stray Lambs is just so good to control the board. It's just like a perfect nice little combo. But this is gonna be more on the expensive side. I think the only rare in this deck is Sphinx. Yeah, the only rare in this deck is Sphinx. So this is the most expensive deck, or for some of you, a deck where you're gonna have to get really lucky to get all the right cards. But when I make decks on here, I make them best case scenario. If I have all the cards, I'll make it to the best case scenario. If I don't, I'll make it to the best case that I have. But this is best case scenario. You can always tweak it. If you don't have 3 Angelas, you can use any 3 1 tribute monsters. Doesn't really matter. Soul Exchange, Phoenix, and the Lambs are the main thing for the deck. Those things can't really be exchanged. So Soul Exchange for Angela Monarch. Angela Monarch's gonna get that Soul Exchange. That's why you need Angela Monarch for moves like that. It's just good. So that was a Brushfire Knight over there. So I don't know what his strategy is, but it doesn't matter. That Brushfire is in the graveyard. So now he sets another card. Good. Set another card. Good. I got a Sacred Chicken in my hand. If I had Stray Lambs, I would do the combo again. Let's see. Nope, just more chicken. So I decided to Soul Exchange yet again. And go for even more deadly action. He has to do the econ take to survive. I'm like, that's absolutely fine. Set a card. You know, I kind of actually think that maybe he should have let me get that Soul Exchange off, and he could have maybe econ took my monster. But even if he did do that, he probably would still die. And he didn't know if I had a 2400 or whatever in my hand. So he just probably assumed it was just another Angela Monarch. So who knows? But yeah, obviously you can see how just devastating that is. Soul Exchange is just good. If you have Soul Exchange, these Angela Monarchs and other cards, it's disgusting. As you can see, like all the cards that are in this deck all go to making a sacrifice. All go to making sure you can preserve your monsters on board so you can offer monster as tribute. It's dank. Alright, so peak performance Kaiba. Surprised to see that in King of Games. Not to say peak performance is like bad or nothing, but I mean peak performance is strong. I'm just surprised that I'm seeing it in King of Games. So he hit me for 2,200 of them things. He's like, oh yeah, you're out of here, son. Because I didn't do anything on the first turn. And I'm going right for the Soul Exchange to set a card. And then I'm going to play Stray Lambs to stuff the board. And I've got Karibo in hand. So this is where that control comes in, boys. This is what we're doing. Because now he's playing this, the peak performance. Either he has a monster or he doesn't. And it looks like he doesn't have anything. So we're going to sacrifice, summon this monster. Of course, he has Mirror Wall. So instead, we're just going to have to come over with Sphinx and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, the funny thing is, if he didn't have that Mirror Wall, he'd be finished, you know. But, hey, you got to play Mirror Wall when you're playing Peak Performance Kaiba. So I'll return my chicken. I have Karibo in hand, a Sphinx on board sitting next to a delicious, sleepy sheep token. And he's just wishing that he could get into my guts for those last 1,800 points. So here comes a Hunter Dragon. Hunter Dragon's coming over for the sheep. He smacks down enemy controller to try to take control, turn my beast to attack position. I'm not having it. The spirit of Karibo. I'm not going to let you take me out that easy, Kaiba. You're finished. That was yesterday. I'm going to have to make you my wing man. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. So, Dimension Gate, that's fine. You know, get rid of your monster, but it's a shame. I know how Dimension Gate works, so I'm attacking in with my thick monster first. You'll have to bring back your weak beast. I'll take him right out, and then my Sphinx will come in for the rest of your guts. Alright, so see, as you can see, it's just easy. This is a really good deck. It's easy wins here. So let's hop right in and get a couple of these live dank duels. I know that's what you boys crave. Some live dank. 1 second. I'm gonna restart my camera really quick. Alright boys, now it's time for some King of Games live dank duels. I know that that's what you've been waiting for, what you need. So of course I'm going to give it to you. So I found a way how to make this thing go beyond 30 minutes. So now I can go more than just 30 minutes and 50 seconds. Those 50 seconds was there because I actually restarted it as it was going. So I stopped it and then did it again. So I was able to get that extra 50 seconds. But your boy has fixed it now, so we should be able to get a little more than 30 minutes. I get in maybe 2 or 3 of these dank duels. Alright, so this is a really good start. This is just like I love it. Alright, so we're going to play straight lambs. We're going to set up our board real quick. And we're going to set a card. Yeah. We're going to end turn. Unless he can summon 2 monsters, we're going to just Karibo that and blow up that back row next turn. Then we're going to come in with Angela Monarch. Ooh, set it for me. Ooh. Yes. If he attacks it, I'm just going to let him. Oh, no. He's just attacking in with that. I'm going to Karibo that. Because I want to come in. I want to come in with Angela Monarch and get back my stuff. Plus blow up the back row. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Alright, let's just pop the back row first. I flip over my Sacred Chicken. Sacred Chicken ability activates. Oh no, order to charge. Yeah, of course. Order to charge is really good against this particular scenario. But I wonder if I still get my blow up effect. Yep, I still do. Mirror wall and order. And then I'm going to go ahead and tribute that off. For guess what? Angela Monarch. Angela Monarch special ability. I get to reclaim a spell. Ultimate recycle and thinning. Don't forget, thinning is winning. And we can't play this yet, you see, because we summoned a card. If we had to set a card face down, we would have been able to play it. Fight me, Kaiba. If we had to set a card, we would have been able to play it. But since we didn't set, that's what happens. So more than likely next turn we're going to draw Sphinx or we're going to draw into another Angela. So we're all good. Just sets a little back row action, draw. Oh, another Angela. Alright, so what should we do? Should we just go ahead and... Because you know what that is. That's a... it's a soul exchange. I mean, not soul exchange. It's a offerings to the doomed or whatever. Order to charge. Offerings to the doomed. What is that card? Oh, no. That is the card. You skip your draw phase afterwards. Offerings is offerings to the doomed. Oh, just enemy controller. That's absolutely fine. He's going to enter that code left, right, A, Bizzle. That's fine. He can take a monster. And because I didn't set a monster or summon, I'll go ahead and get 2 broken tokens, and then I'll take my monster back, please. That's why I love this, because most people's cards and decks are set up like this, so that you kind of get to play around their cards with soul exchange and other things. And now I got a board full of monsters that I'm willing to sacrifice for even more powerful beast. And I shall. Because if he sets some cards in the back row and I draw my delicious chicken, he's finished. If he draws any card that targets and I get the sacrifice for my Sphinx, finished. And if he doesn't play anything and I just keep Angela, guess what? Finished. Ooh, Sacred Chicken. Alright, so since I plan on trying to kill him this turn, I'm just going to go ahead and offer up this goat for another Angela. Angela's ability. Search that graveyard, and I'll take Soul Exchange this time. See how good it is? This is actually the first. This actually is a beautiful game here, because I'm going to be able to show you the full depth of how powerful this is. Because he's playing literally. He played literally right into my hands. Every card. Perfect. You can't stop Angela. Angela, the fiendish monarch. You better not mess with Angela. All right. So this is more victories for Angela. Oh, I didn't even show you. I was test playing this deck, this is the result. Yeah, I didn't even show you. Yeah, this is where it started here at the Kaiba boy, I guess. and this has all just been me test playing this deck. I want to say before Kaiba Boy might have been this deck and Mako. Don't really remember though, but yeah, this deck is streaking like I don't know what. So definitely, if you're trying to get the king of games, this would be an example of a streak deck. Then Mako would be a deck that I would bring in if I lost. But because it's a streak deck, you know, you're gonna stay on streak hopefully, right? As you climb for king of games. So you got to have at least 2 decks to make it. You can't just make it with 1 streak, and you can't just make it with a slow down drag out deck. And after you win with the slow down drag out deck, you switch right back to your climb deck and keep climbing. That mind scan's not gonna help. Well, that mind scan actually might help Pegasus, but it's not, because I'm not gonna play any cards actually. So mind scan's not gonna help Pegasus. But this is the perfect hand because I have Angela and Soul Exchange and another Angela. So you know what happens when Angela gets together with another Angela. It's a Soul Exchange party. You ever had a Soul Exchange party? I'm inviting you right now. Ooh, Soul Exchange with lambs. Ooh, that sounds like an elegant party. We're gonna have a Soul Exchange party, and we got lamb chops on the menu. Delicious. Now I'm summoning Angela. Here comes Angela to the goddamn party. Your little control deck is no match. Is no match, Pegasus. I'll let you see every single card I play, because I'll play them all face up, and you'll just have to sit back and wonder why you're gonna hold this L. Yes. Now, show me, Pegasus, what you can do. Because what is Pegasus gonna do? Obviously, he's probably, if he has anything, he's gonna use some sort of spell to change him to defense or blow him up or something, and a monster. That means he's gonna need 2 cards at least. And then once he spends 2 cards on that, Soul Exchange, Angela Monarch, another Soul Exchange. Ooh, nothing? Draw. Bet it up. Boy, you just set me up to take you down. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up for next turn. Special summon some stray lambs. And we coming in. What do you got for me, Pegasus? Windstorm of the Dank. Go, my lambs! Take him out. Cutesy attack. My lambs in 3D, boy. You can't. Oh, and you probably wonder, why are you playing in 3D? Because, man, with this deck, you got to play in 3D because it's just epic. You just kind of stay on top so much. You just kind of really need to play it in 3D. Aww. Aww. Aww, Pegasus. What do you think he was going to do with that? Nothing. I'm offering up the pink lamb as tribute, since I always offer up the white lamb. And now, activate my dank ability. We're going to get back another copy of what? Stray lambs. Now, you don't have to run 3 and 3. I just like to run 3 and 3 for consistency's sake. But you definitely don't have to do that at all. Go, Angela! Destroy his monster and destroy his life points. So I love it. You can't defeat Angela, the dank monarch. Oh yes, I lost. Oh man, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I think we'll go one more. I'm just pushing that envelope. It's like I've won so many games, the L is coming. And if I was to get an L, I would just switch right to, well, if I was climbing, I would just switch right to a deck that I could use to slow it down, or use the Mako, because the Mako deck slows things down sufficiently enough. Like, for example, the guy I was just playing with, he was playing with a slow down deck, but his slow down deck just wasn't as strong as my fast deck. Most people are going to be playing like a fast deck. You got to run a deck that can stun. There's not many decks that stun a Monarch deck. There are cards that does it, like Blast Hell with Tribute, but a lot of people aren't playing that, you know. So if you're not running Monarchs, or maybe some sort of big fusion deck, that's also another way, like something like Dark Paladin or something. That's also another way to tilt this deck. If someone played Dark Paladin against it, and got it off on the very first turn, and then it's like, and I have a hand like this, like the Paladin would probably win. But let's just, while I'm saying that, he does have 5 cards in the back row. Oh, okay, it's just Sacred Chicken. I was about to say, as I'm saying that, I'm not 5 cards in the back row, 5 cards in the extra deck. So I just searched out for Sacred Phoenix. Alright, let's see. Oh, ended his germs. Alright, that's fine. Draw. Well, that's gonna work out later when I offer up his Phoenix as a sacrifice. Alright, so now we're gonna just witness him doing the full little combo. He's gonna sacrifice, he's gonna bring this, he's gonna bring that, he's gonna summon this, he's gonna summon that. But I'm just gonna, as soon as he brings out that chicken, I'm gonna offer it as an exchange. Oh, wait, he does, oh, he's not playing that other card. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't have to do that after all. Do I want to bring it back? Yes, I still want to bring it back. I bring my boy in defense. I'm gonna go ahead and offer up this soul exchange. Now see, because I'm gonna soul exchange his guy, the funny thing is he's not gonna get his ability when that monster leaves the field, because it only works when it gets destroyed. So I'm setting, because if he gets some little back row he wants to set, because he's not, see? Oh no, he just played the card of whatever. Because he's gonna search for Sacred Phoenix of the Ashes. Let's see what he gets or does. Oh, he didn't do anything. Oh, okay, so unless he's got Karibo, he's gonna be out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna try to end his life right now. You're gonna have Karibo to stop me. Nothing for the back row, but I want your guts. Ooh, I don't feel Karibo. Ooh! This deck is fantastic. I have not lost a duel with it yet. But yeah, I'm streaking like a mofo right now. And I think this deck has proven its worth. Even just in this in this short video here, guys. So yeah, I really like this deck. I think that this deck is definitely a lot stronger than, you know, than I was expecting. I think this deck is just really good. So guys, let me know what you think about this deck, and let me know what you think about this new setup that I have here. I'm really glad to be back and making some dank videos, and that, of course, I got more on the way. So subscribe, crush the bell, click them notifications, and all that other good junk. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Keep it dank.